Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I have the Ruger NXG APX pellet gun, and I'm going to be reviewing it. This thing has a scope mounting system in Ingrammatic. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Design.
Ergonomic.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pronounce stuff that hard. Modern styling, safety, matic, automatic safety, bolt handle, that little thing, multi-pump lever, easy load pellet ramp, 4x15 scope, adjustable sight, front sight. So it says it shoots a alloy pellet, max speed 800 FPS. But I don't have alloy pellets. I have these lead pellets, but if I just pump it up a few more times, I can get these to 800 FPS, no problem. So I'm gonna open it up, and there it is. So this thing is really nice. Oh yeah. You can definitely tell that this is made by Ruger and not like Crosman, because about a year ago, I made a video reviewing the Crosman Legacy 1000 air rifle. You guys love that a lot, so I thought I'd do it again because that air gun unfortunately broke. This thing is ginormous, but those sights are even a lot better. So yeah. So this safety is on both sides, which is already a plus. Then also, if you want to shoot like this, that you don't have to flip your finger up, you can just and then pull back. So that's really nice. This action pretty smooth. Don't want to dry fire it, but the sights are spot on. Like, those things are really nice. Now, I learned from last year, I'm not gonna put the scope on just because they usually don't come sighted in, or those ones don't, and even if they are, they're not that accurate. So yeah, I'm gonna put a pellet in here and do an accuracy shot first. I mean, look at this muzzle brake and look at that sight. That's awesome. That's not a real muzzle brake, it won't do nothing, but that does look pretty cool. All right, there we go. Let me get that pellet and then load it on up. Crap, dang it. Why is loading pellets in these so hard? You have to put it on that little thing, but that was a lot easier than my other pellet gun that had this little part enclosed. Oops, I spoke too soon. There we go. I don't know how many times I'm supposed to pump this, but I already pumped it once a little while ago. So I'll just pump it, I guess, 10 times. One, and there. I think that was 10.
That was 11.
11, okay. But, so this thing is loaded and ready. Getting ready to take my first shot, but I need to get the target, which, where did I put? Oh, here it is, a balloon. So, we just got the target set up, and time to take the first shot. This is my first shot ever with this. This trigger is definitely nice. Okay, miss. So just like last time, I cannot hold the gun that steady, so I'm gonna probably get something to set it on, and then I'll see if that'll make my shooting any better. And that was also a first shot with the brand new out of the box gun, so makes sense I missed. There we go. And who needs a $5,000 gun mount when you can get an old wooden chair? This will work just fine. But all right, second shot. This thing is spot on. So time to go inspect the damage. Here's the shot balloon. I'm trying to see where on the tree it hit, unless, oh, looks like right there. Let me look on the other side. I think the pellet just shot straight out of it. Probably went in and then bounced out or something, but time to do a lethal test, because it's definitely accurate. Time to see how lethal it is. So I'm going to be doing a dangerous test or a deadly test, whatever you call it, lethal test, shooting into that tree. So that's with 10 pumps. Blew a pretty good hole out of it. The lead, I think, exploded when I shot it, which would make sense.
It will kill. It will kill.
Last shot of the day, I'm going to be testing just the plain, flat-out damage it can do in general. So now I have my highly protective safety barricade, and I'm going to be shooting that little rock over there. So,
It's a solid 1/32 of an inch.
yeah, really safe.
How
So, time to shoot. I think I missed. Let me. But this thing really has something that the Legacy 1000 did not. Its grip, like it says, I forgot what it said exactly, but whatever it's called, something grip, it actually really helps. It's a lot more comfortable to hold in the hand than the Legacy 1001 was. It was about probably $6 more than it, so it was 70 bucks instead of 65. But it's still really nice, and it's made by Ruger, which makes real gunpowder guns instead of just BB guns. But time to take a shot again. This time I'm aiming for a big rock. That time I hit. Okay, so you can barely see the little dent there, but I think the reason why is I'm not pumping it up high enough. I guess you can pump it however high you want, just not more than like probably 20 pumps, or else it could explode the gun. But I guess I'm not pumping it enough because it doesn't say on the box. I probably have to look up how many times you're supposed to pump it. Okay, this is the last shot of the day. I'm gonna pump it up probably 20 times. And 25, so that's 25 pumps. Now I'm gonna shoot it into a rock. Let me know in the comments if you know how many times you're supposed to pump this. Okay. Take it off. That definitely sounded a lot louder. Okay, yeah. All that you need to do is just pump it up a few more times. That's some pretty good damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So now the cameraman's gonna take a shot. So as he's loading up the gun, I'm gonna set out a little target for him. That is pretty loud, but I'll set it where I set the balloon. There we go. So when the cameraman was getting ready to shoot, or before he was getting ready to shoot, after I laid down the cup, I was looking around and I just found this pellet that we shot. That's awesome. And for all the people that say 177 pellets aren't dangerous, I don't want to hear it. If that thing hits you in the side of the head with enough power coming out of this, you're gone. Time for the cameraman to shoot. Okay, so you missed it, but it hit a little high. Immediately, as soon as he shot it, sap started coming out, but he's gonna take another shot. All right, second shot from the cameraman. All right, and there we go. He got it right there. And it's about an inch high. It's about an inch high. That's where it went in. So that thing is probably, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for accuracy. For dangerousness or lethal ability, I'm trying to sound like I know it.
Lethality?
Yeah, for lethality, I'll give it 8 out of 10, just because if you pump that 50 times, that is like, if the gun doesn't explode, that is extremely dangerous. It's dangerous anyway, but yeah. So I'll give this gun overall completely 7.5 out of 10. It's the best air rifle I've had. I think that's mainly because of the brand and just because of how good it is. But like the feel, like the sights, like the pumping mechanism, like the safety mechanism a lot. The trigger smooth. So yeah, 7.5 is what I would rate it out of 10. But that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time and go explore God's creation.